Hey everyone, Neil Belchenko with BIKEPACKING.com, and this is your 2025 Sea Otter coverage, supported in part by Redshift. We are here at Sea Otter. This is day 2, and in this video, we're going to talk about a few things that we covered in, well, the first day, yesterday, but also a bunch of what we covered today, and well, let's just dive right into it. So I am here at the Stinner booth with Aaron, who, you're the owner?
I'm the owner, yep.
So what do you got new here, the new hardtail, what is it called, and what's the geo?
Yeah, so we just launched the tunnel today. We launched it, we have 2 lines. So we have our Select line, which is our steel model, and then we have our Podium, which is our tie model. So all of our Podium series, and then we have our Select series. But yeah, we just launched the tunnel today, 140 millimeters front suspension, straight gauge tie on the tie side, butted steel on the steel side, and yeah, just a slightly shorter rear end, 2.5 tire, just meant to be kind of that all-around hardtail bike. So Santa Barbara, we live like right at the water and right by the mountains, so you're descending 4,000 feet to zero in 5 miles.
Yep.
Really rocky, chundry stuff, so it's really nice to have a lot of added front suspension, but then also, riding on the bluffs, bike packing with friends, Sierra Madre in the backcountry. It's kind of meant to be that like do-all hardtail.
Yep.
And yeah, so we've been building that model on the custom side for some time,
okay.
And then, which is what we've been doing over the last 4 months, is releasing kind of the custom models that we've always built, but putting them into like a stock offering. So,
yeah.
5 sizes, stock build drivetrains, stock finishes, that kind of stuff.
What's the benefit of doing that over your custom side of things?
Yeah, so with the custom stuff's always fun, but it's really every client is its own project. So a lot of times what a client's paying for when they get a custom bike is just the time that's involved in communicating, setting up designs individually, all of that stuff. And so we learned early on that we really enjoy it and it's a lot of fun, but it's a really hard business model to scale. Okay. So in order for us to scale, we needed to look at offering a stock offering. Prices come down, we can make more of them, we can offer them to more people. I mean, I think you ask any frame builder that's built frames and all of them would tell you, like, I wish I could just make a bike for my friend that could afford it. And so that was like kind of the driving ethos with like launching the stocks offering. Yeah.
Cool. Drop bar bike, gravel bike. Yep. What is this one called? And do you have a few options here, or is it just...
Yeah, so we have our Carrizo, which is our all-road,
yep.
700 by 40C. Definitely more road-oriented geometry, but with a bigger tire, so long distance, more comfortable. 40C kind of being, that kind of optimal tire size these days. Seems like everybody wants like a 40C on a road bike.
Yep.
And then we have our Refugio, which is 700 by 50C, longer front center, slacker front end, just meant to be more great option for some bike packing or longer distance touring. And also great for ripping around and doing a gravel race or something like that.
Totally, great. So tell us about your new kind of business model. You guys are starting to manufacture frames for other businesses.
Yeah, so we've been contract manufacturing now for other companies for about 2 years. Okay. And it's been not intentionally quiet, but just been quiet because we don't actually actively advertise it.
Okay.
And part of that was to help us get scale. So like I just mentioned, one of the things that's helpful is for our own brand and for others is if we're making more bikes, then the bikes become more affordable because we can spread our labor out. What gets dangerous as you're trying to scale, especially manufacturing, is getting stuck in the middle, where you're producing not enough to pay for the bare minimum that you need to have in order to make whether it's bikes or anything at scale.
Right.
Last year we built about 2,000 frames, and goal was to do about 3,000 this year. But now that we've advertised it, there seems to be more of a demand than we probably thought there was for domestic manufacturing.
So how big is the team?
So current team's about 10 people.
Okay.
We have, our kind of, we started mostly doing a lot of welding, like fixturing and welding is kind of like the hub of our business. So like if we can design a fixture for it, hold it and weld it, we probably could do the product that you want us to do. And then we do finishing in-house. So So we have 5 full-time welders, we have 2 full-time painters, and then we have full-time mechanic and then my wife and I run the company. So,
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, so I do want to take a break from our coverage and let you all know that this video is supported in part by Gunnison Crested Butte. Gunnison County has long been a hub for gravel cyclists. Just look back to the 1970s when riders were tackling Pearl Pass on clunkers. While times have changed, the county remains as expansive as ever. It's 1.5 times the size of Delaware, with most of that land being public. In fact, there are over 1,100 miles of dirt and gravel roads, perfect for piecing together a multi-day bikepacking trip or heading out for a quick hour-long spin. So to plan your next trip or just to inquire, make sure to click the card in the top right corner, or also find the link in the description below. All right, hey everyone, I'm here with Nick from Tailfin. What's your title, Nick? And you founded the company, right?
I am founder, mechanical engineer,
Yep.
Industrial designer, CEO, would you say that?
Perfect.
It's a bit big, I don't think we're big enough for that title.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. So you just launched the cargo bag that I reviewed a few days ago. Tell me about that real quickly, and then let's get into these cool things.
Yeah, so the AeroPack Cargo, or AP18 Cargo, it takes our previous roll top opening rear bag and it sticks some beautiful side pockets on the side so you can stuff wet jackets or anything else you pick up on the trail. So it sits alongside our current range. It's got a great opening as well. And yeah, just builds on that range at the...
And the original bag is still available. This is just an addition too.
Yeah, exactly. And you can also fit it, if you've already got our system, you can buy just the bag and you can sort of hot swap between them if you wish.
Sweet. I'll have that review in the description below. This looks cool. Tell me more about this.
So the working title for this is the AeroPack Mini.
Okay.
It's about 11 liters, so it's quite a bit smaller. It's super good for if you've got puffy things and you're just stuffing. The big top opener is great if you're sort of putting in like nachos and things you don't want to like crush or just be able to see what's in there. Whereas this is much more suited to the folks that are just stuffing straight in, and it also has this stretch mesh stuff pocket here, which again, we've gone into a mode of loving pockets. It turns out pockets are awesome.
People like pockets.
I know, who'd have thought it?
And we've got an addition to the Top Tube series.
Yes, so in probably about a month, we've got a couple of more Top Tube packs. You can guess where these might go on the Top Tube. We are hoping to be the home of Top Tube packs, so we're going to end up with 3 long ones, 5 ones at the front, and then a couple more. So yeah, there's hopefully a Top Tube pack for everybody.
Awesome. Cool. Anything else in the works for Tailfin?
Yeah,
I'm sure a lot.
Yeah, we've got quite a few products coming later in the year.
Okay.
You and Logan know about one of them that's coming up soon. It's one of the ones that actually we've not had our R&D division publicly used, so hopefully that's going to be quite an exciting one.
Stay tuned for that.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, everything else, if you go on our Instagram, anything that you see that's white or gray, we're testing out some new prototype R&D materials as well. Yeah, anything you see there.
You guys don't really hide things, like when your R&D division is testing something, it seems like it's fine if it's out in the open, but you don't really like share the details, it's just there.
Yeah, exactly, but it's the best way for us to sort of, there's no other way of testing stuff, we think, than like in the sort of the fire of battle, so to speak. So
that's great.
That's how we do it.
Awesome. You guys have a new logo, I think.
You've got a keen eye there. Yeah, we have trying out a new logo. We are gonna, you'll start seeing some more color from Tailfin in general. I think we're, up until now, it's been a very kind of Darth Vader black look. So that doesn't necessarily reflect what's happening on the inside of the company. So we're kind of bringing more of the color and personality that exists at Tailfin out. So.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks, Nick. Hey, everyone. So we are with Luis here, who has, I don't even know what I'm looking at. What bike is this, and where did you get it?
So I was a Prescott College student, And I ended up walking into a thrift store, and I found this sitting in a thrift store, and I talked to the owner, and she put me in touch with this guy who built these.
Okay.
And so he just figured, you know what, he was riding all kinds of 90s bikes, and he could do it better. And so he built Ultimate Machine, and they made everything: the hubs, the cranks, the stem caps, even the back of the seat post.
Okay.
They made everything.
So how old is this bike?
It's as best as I can tell, 1992.
Okay.
And
Fully titanium.
all tie.
Okay.
And I've been hunting down their parts for the past 15 years.
Wow.
And they're hard to come by.
So did you get it as a frame? Did you build it up? If you built it up, what did you do? Because it looks like there's some pretty fun components on here.
I got it as a frame,
Okay.
and as parts kind of broke, he just replaced them with random stuff.
Yep.
And so as parts I've slowly kind of swapped things out, and so I found brake boosters. I've tracked down basically as much as I could, and I even found a guy who was he used to work for them, and he had all kinds of small parts that he just gave to me. And so little things like pressed valve covers, which I don't have right now.
Yeah, yeah.
And little things, all kinds of stem caps.
Yep.
And the brake booster.
Was Ultimate in Prescott?
It was all built in Prescott, Arizona.
Okay.
And manufactured in Prescott, Arizona. And I even have stuff with the actual the address.
Yeah.
The original packaging with the address on Dameron Street.
Awesome.
And it's just a cool piece of Prescott history that
Yep.
is near and dear to my heart because I lived in Prescott.
And
But-
this is beautiful.
Yeah.
I absolutely just love the look of it. Is it a
Yeah.
medium?
Yeah,
Yeah.
give or take.
Yeah.
And it actually fits me really well.
Awesome.
No, I love it. I love this bike.
Rad. Thanks,
I
Luis.
love showing it off. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you. Hey everyone, I'm here with Chris from Nocs Provision, and you've got some new Nocs here. Tell me
New
about
Nocs
it.
here. Yeah. We've got the Zero Tube. This
Okay.
is our ultralight, ultra portable monocular that we built for just getting out there and having it just be with a built-in clip, seamless to just take with you everywhere.
Awesome. So what's the difference from the old version and this one?
So the binoculars that we've been making have really been targeted at birding, more general audience. This we really built for the ultra compact form factor. So it's a magnesium housing,
Okay.
and that allows it to be super small, super light. And what we did is we put in the nicest glass we have in this thing. So we've got ED glass, which if you understand that, congratulations, but the best type of glass we could get. And then fully multi-coated lenses, a coated prism, basically to create the best optical firepower we could for something this small. Because ultimately, like a camera, the smaller the aperture, the less light it lets in.
Right.
So we really had to make up for that with the optical treatment.
Okay. How does it work?
So the way it works is you have an eye cup that twists out. If you're wearing sunglasses, you can leave it in. Otherwise, it twists out. Got some little Easter eggs in there.
Oh yeah. Oh,
And
nice.
then to focus the product, both halves twist. So the pattern kind of moves, and ultimately, you can line something up. Once you get it in focus, it's just easy to hold for checking lines, checking out the critters, flora and fauna around your bike trips. Yeah,
Cool. What's the price point on that?
it's gonna be $175.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And where can we find you?
You can find us at nocsprovisions.com, REI, and a ton of other rad individual retailers.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, man.
Hey everyone, I'm here with Ian from QBP, and Ian, what is this, dude? This a tall bike, obviously, but who built it? Who designed it, and when did this happen?
Totally. It actually happened quite quickly,
Okay.
maybe 3 weeks ago. We just finished it. Justin Anderson is one of the welders at QBP, and came to him with this idea. We had a couple all-city bikes and wanted to put gears on a tall bike.
Yeah.
He's like, tall bikes don't really have gears.
Right.
So I was like, what if we just rotate the rear end? He's like, that's interesting. Let me see what I can come up with. And this is kind of his design. And so far, it's been great.
So how many frames are actually on this bike?
3 technically. If you
Okay.
want to include, there's a Surly Wednesday tubing that we use for the steer tube.
Yep.
And
Super
then-
long tube.
Yep.
Yeah, so where was this welded?
At QBP after hours, yeah, in the shop, yeah.
Okay. Amazing.
Yeah, it's been, it was really cool to learn the whole process and kind of go back and forth and figure out what works, what doesn't work. I've always wanted to have a tall bike, and I never thought it would actually happen, so it's kind of cool to see something come into fruition.
All right, can you show us how you jump up and ride it?
Yeah, totally. There's a few different ways of doing it. I'm not skilled enough to do it the better or the cooler way. But yeah, you kind of put your front foot on the bottom frame, give it a little scoot, back foot on the pedal, jump right up. Rides like a bike.
You!
It's so important for development because each different type of bike racing gives you a unique set of skills, and obviously gravel and mountain bike, it's not only for those riders.
Hey everyone, so I'm here in the Old Man Mountain Robert Axel Project booth with Chris, who is the founder? Owner, that's
yes,
right.
Of Old Man Mountain.
Of Old Man Mountain.
Founder of Robert Axel Project.
Very good.
Yes.
Thanks for the clarification. So what is new here? What do you got new?
So
Something kinda
we're
small
here.
and cool.
Yeah, we got something cool. So for Robert Axel Project, what we got that's new for here at Sea Otter is we have Axle Plug.
We'll switch
so
spots.
Axle Plug is a tire plug that fits within our 15 millimeter through axles. So this provides a super quick, fast way to plug a tire, and you always have it with you. So this simply shoves in the hollow end of our through axle, and it's right there when you need it. It uses bacon strips, super quick, easy, and you never leave it at home.
And it fits on all of your
all of our
through
15 millimeter through axles.
15,
so
your front.
the space of a 12 millimeter won't work, so that's a front and usually a suspension fork or a rigid 15 millimeter.
Usually
through
where
axle.
you'd need it.
Yeah,
usually.
yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Exactly.
What else? I know you guys launched this stuff a little earlier this year, but tell everyone what's new with Old Man Mountain.
Yeah, we're really excited about how our Hemlock with flip cage is going. That is our fork pack that is also able to be a water bottle cage. So it works like anything style cage or something like that. So it's got a quick removable bag that mounts to a 3-pack.
Yep.
So in our world, that means a 3-pack can be the native mounts on your fork, or it could be our axle pack, which mounts to our through axles, or it could mount to our Elkhorn rack, which has a 3-pack on it, which those can be mounted on the front or back of your bike.
Sweet. And tell me about the dry bag on the top of the Elkhorn there.
Yeah, this is our Atlas, and that's a 9-liter bag, and it's meant kind of for like fast packing. It provides a really quick, secure way to attach your gear, keep it dry. It's got a nice bungee cord on the top so that you can stash your sandals on there or whatever. It's also got some frame sheet panels in here that help keep its profile so that it doesn't bulge up into your dropper seat post, because I assume you're using a dropper seat post. Because
I have one and I'm riding with it right now, and it's pretty nice.
I like how it stays nice and low profile. It's not going to rub your legs and that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Anything else in the works with either Robert Axel Project or Old Man Mountain?
Well, Robert Axel Project, it's just constantly ever evolving, chasing of whatever the new dimension is at this time. Even if standards are staying the same for the moment, it's not really. Frame manufacturers are always coming out with different sizes, different thread pitches, different things that we're allowing you to make sure that your bike can do the things that you need to do, whether that's attaching an indoor trainer, attaching your child trailer, attaching racks, all that sort of stuff. You should be able to do that with whatever your favorite bike is.
Awesome. Hey everyone, all right, so we are here with Preston from Rotor, and Preston, you got this amazing Scarab built up for you. Please tell us all about it.
Yeah, I'd love to. Well, Scarab's a great partner of ours, and we wanted to work with them on a new show bike, and we were trying to brainstorm some fun ideas, going back and forth with, like, okay, well, what kind of bikes do I need in my quiver?
Yep.
So we were talking about gravel bikes, and I had a little wild hair. I was like, well, we have this white rim trip coming up.
Okay. Oh, sweet. So this is going to be a white rim rig.
Yeah, yeah.
So are you going to load bags on it and all that, or is it going to be a supported trip?
It's going to be a supported trip.
Okay, sweet.
So I, wanted the capacity to load bags if I really wanted to.
Yep.
But I also wanted something that was going to be able to handle just about anything. So we were talking about it, and he's like, well, maybe we can do something fun
Yeah.
with a hardtail and put some drop bars on there. So worked on that with some custom geo.
Sweet.
And wanted to showcase like how modular our product line is.
Yep.
So we were able to combine like the road crank set with like a mountain rear cassette and really play around with showing the capacity of the group set.
Tell me a little bit more about the components. So wheels, why did you decide 100 mil fork, all of that?
Yeah, so wheels, we're rocking the Astral Outbacks with white industry hubs.
Okay.
And they're a good partner of ours, and we reached out and said, this is kind of the idea we have. We want to have something that's fully chromed out, and it's going to be super exciting. So they were able to turn something around pretty quickly for us, and a little bit of last minute Sea Otter prep. They got these whipped up and sent out. So we're really stoked on those. We chose 100 mil travel on the fork to get a little bit steeper of a head tube angle.
Okay.
To get more of this drop from saddle to bars.
Yep.
To give that more of a gravel feel.
Okay. Yep.
But while still having the capacity and the suspension of a fork. Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about this paint job. How, if you know how they did this, but what was the inspiration behind the paint?
Yeah, inspiration behind the paint was Utah desert.
Okay.
So I sent them some images of like where I've been on the White Rim before.
Yep.
And the vibe I was going for,
Yep,
and
yep.
kind of let them loose a little bit, and then asked for some little Easter eggs along
Yeah.
the frame.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we have some desert flowers on here, a delicate arch, globe mallow on the top tube here.
Yep.
So it was just really nice touches while still maintaining the Colombian flag
Yep.
on the stay.
Yep.
To show where Scarab is from.
Rad.
We've also, on upper part of the bike, a good partner of ours, Thompson, has helped us out with some really nice, this Masterpiece seat post and that G2 stem really help round out that nice polished silver look.
And what bars are these?
These are Deja.
Oh yeah, okay.
And they're distributed
Super
by
shallow.
Bello Orange.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really nice. What I wanted on top was something a little bit more narrow.
Yep.
So I believe when I measured here, it's around 38.
Okay.
And then at the hood's 40.
Yep.
With a good flare on there too.
It's a flare, all
stability.
right.
Yeah.
Nice. Preston, it's beautiful. Thanks, man.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Hey everyone, I'm here with Max at Topeak, and there's some pretty interesting fork packs down here. Max, what are these all about? And these were just launched, right?
Yeah, we just launched a brand new fork dry bag. So
Okay.
get all your essentials, like clothes and stuff, tuck it in really compact in sizes. It's all waterproof.
Perfect.
And also we got these air release valve. So just in case you want this more
Purge
compressed,
valves,
you
yep.
can just pull out the air inside.
How do they attach?
So attaches, we just have a simple quick release system. So it's just inside, there's this mechanism here, and then you just pop up, and then boom.
Sweet.
Easy on top.
And it's got this little, what is this?
It says
Injected molded?
It's injected molding polymer, and we just brand new design on these quick release system. So when on and off should be within seconds.
Easy. Cool.
Easy.
Sweet.
And also within the bolts, if you have water bottle bolts on your front fork, it's easy to our existing mounting system.
And it
But
just
also-
uses two?
It's just two. And in case you don't have those bolts such, maybe you have a carbon bike frame, we also have those adapters that can mount, create two water bottle bolts, and you
Yep.
can just attach it easily.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. What else do you guys have for bags? Anything new here, or is this everything we've already seen before?
So all of this, I believe you have seen before, but
Yep.
one thing particular is in the current tubular bar glass, we have this 4.5 liter sections,
Yep.
and also we're making a smaller version that should be launching the next or couple weeks now, and then we make it a 1.5 liters. So it's very compact. So just in case you're on a short distance journey,
Yep.
you can just pack those smaller versions of
Perfect.
it, and it's be
Great.
easy to access as well.
Talk to me about these valves over here. What are those?
So we're branding, demoing and launching this new, we call it Turbo Flow valve set, and also combined with it, we are adding a new inflation head system, which call it the Rapid Head.
Okay.
So all of this is the aim to assist riders out there ranging from mountain bike, road, gravels, that just makes your inflation process easier and effortlessly. So what we claim, and I think this is very accurate, 300% of effortlessly inflation compared to your traditional press-out valve system.
Perfect. And these are some electronic pumps here now?
Yeah, so since we launched demoing last year from Eurobike, and now this year we get more quantities now to US market, and I believe this one's should be also saving a lot of like effortless inflation. So in the past, it's fast inflating with a track pump, stuff like that, but now you can just have an easy solution, just one button way to inflation setup. So we're up to 120 psi inflation, and if you run on regular 700 times 25 Cs of tire, it's just mounted within seconds. So you can see we have the full chart here, ranging from different sizes of your bike. You can get all of this just 1 minute.
70 seconds to pump up a 29 by 2.6 inch tire at 20 psi. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And one thing to last point out is one different one is we certainly made the hoses here one additional O-ring set. So this is prevent because like due to this is a machine. So when you inflation, it's creating so like fast of energy. So sometimes the heat will kind of like generate during the like air function. So we add this additional O-ring to let the heat dissipate it. So it doesn't harm your arm when you like detaching or attaching to your valve system.
And will this work with the new valves?
Yes, this will be work for perfect. Yeah.
Rad, dude. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, folks, and that about does it. So if you like what you saw in this video and want to see more like it, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell. And if you want to help support this YouTube channel, everything we're doing at BIKEPACKING.com, you can do so by joining the Bikepacking Collective. The Collective offers a lot of awesome perks, including industry discounts, monthly giveaways, and the twice yearly Bikepacking Journal, as well as access to the new base camp. So to learn more or just to join, you can click on the card in the top right corner. Also find a link in the description below.